What's going on, guys? Beards and Beers
Beards
here.
and Beers here.
Day
Coming at
4.
you with the day 4 of the 12 beers of Christmas.
Sir Jimothy, what is this day for?
So we are coming at you today with something near and dear to my heart.
To your heart.
To my
to
heart.
my heart?
We are. And that's what I appreciate about you, Josh.
Oh.
Coming at you today with the Snicker Doodle Ale from Community out here in Dallas, Texas. Snickerdoodles are one of my absolute favorite Christmas things because you don't see Snickerdoodles year-round a lot.
No.
It's something my family made a lot only during Christmas time, like in that month of December. So Snickerdoodles are near and dear to my heart. So Community coming out with a Snickerdoodle Ale really brought it home for me. So it's a cinnamon vanilla spice ale coming in at 5.2%.
Okay.
So I'm really interested to smell and obviously drink the beer. So let's just get on into it.
Yeah. We don't want your heart to jump out of its chest. Out of your
Excuse
chest.
me while I have problems opening the beer, apparently, because I don't have any fingernails. But I found a utensil to open mine with. Gonna go with a different glass today, in the Christmas spirit. Got a little reindeer glass with the Christmas lights on it.
There is a unique. Looks like it's like an aura floating around in there. I can't get it on camera. This is all right. I'm gonna see if I can capture it with my camera. That's weird.
So it's got a very interesting color to it.
Well, it's got like a. Hold on. It's got like this haze to it of some sorts. You see what I'm talking about?
So I don't know if it's a haze or it's just.
It's like a swirling.
It looks
haze.
like, at least in my glass, it looks extremely carbonated.
It's not terribly carbonated. It's just.
So maybe it's just a glass I'm using since I went for the festive, holiday-driven glass.
Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. That is aggressive.
Oh, that is very sweet smelling. You got the cinnamon.
It smells like a cookie. Like this.
Oh, it absolutely smells like it.
Like I'm gonna bite into it. Like
It smells like a carbonated Snickerdoodle.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Cheers, sir.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, I absolutely just drank a fucking Snickerdoodle cookie. Oop, that was not PC. I apologize. I got a little lost in the beer. So that absolutely just drank a Snickerdoodle cookie.
That was not as sweet as it smelled.
Absolutely. So it's definitely not as sweet as it smells.
It punched me in the nose, just sweet. And then I took a sip and it just nice, clean. It has a light bitterness to it that doesn't overpower the cookie, that sort of that breadcrumb sort of floury flavor.
So that's a great part about Snickerdoodles. You want to know what the secret ingredient is in them? It's a cream of tartar.
I'm sorry, what?
That's a secret ingredient in all good Snickerdoodle cookies is the cream of tartar.
Tartar?
It's a seasoning, but they call it cream of tartar. And it's what keeps the cookie from just being sickeningly sweet.
I mean, you gotta do something.
Because a Snickerdoodle you think is just literally the cookie and cinnamon and sugar. That cream of tartar cuts through the sugar to keep it from being just ungodly sweet. Because otherwise you just got Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a cookie.
Absolutely. Like, I totally agree with that. It's very just...
Because the beer is very light and airy, but you still get that cinnamon. You still get a little bit of the sugar that you expect to have a Snickerdoodle cookie in the beer without it being just sickeningly sweet. What are your opinions, sir?
It's I don't know. It's got the sweetness. I think it really matches up with the flavors and what is described. So it says here it's a snickerdoodle ale with cinnamon and or it's a cinnamon and vanilla spiced ale. So I get very light tinges of cinnamon. I get the undertone of vanilla. It's dry on the end, but that's how you would expect a cookie to be. You know, it sort of crumbles in your mouth and then gone.
So to me, it's almost like you mixed a snickerdoodle and champagne.
That's a good comparison. I was gonna say like a
Because it does kind
snickerdoodle.
of have a dry finish,
It
like you get with
almost
a lot of champagnes.
see to me it's like someone put a snickerdoodle into a mildly spiced ale and let it dissolve.
Fair enough.
You know, you get that spice, and I think that spice is coming from the cinnamon. You get that variation that's not expected in beers. At least unless they're a holiday beer like this. It
To be foul.
to be foul. It's good. It's sweet. It has a decent dry note. What are you gonna rate this one?
So the snickerdoodle is near and dear to my heart, and I really feel like they nailed the snickerdoodle in a beer form. Now, did they just absolutely blow me out of the water? No, but did they nail what they were trying to get? Yes. So I'm going to come out with a 4.
4. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go. And maybe it's been a while since I've had a snickerdoodle, or my mom makes them different. So that's weird to me. Like I get that drying out. I got to give this one a 3.5. It was still very
That's
good,
fair.
very clean, very spiced, and it had the sweetness, and it was really great.
So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Because I mean, obviously I've had homemade snickerdoodles. My family makes them. I've had store bought snickerdoodles, and this you get the flavors of snickerdoodle, but you kind of get the dryness you get with this just a standard store bought snickerdoodle. So I get
yeah,
where
it's
you're coming
just that
from.
store bought. That's hitting
There,
me.
because
We're
there's
just drive. I mean, like,
certainly a difference between a store bought and homemade.
oh, 100% always
Homemade is
difference.
always better than store bought. Unfortunately, I don't remember ever buying one store bought that was as good as a homemade one.
To this day, I don't think I've purchased a snickerdoodle. Like,
Really,
I've only had them from my mom or like my grandmother.
because my mom makes them every year usually, and then unfortunately my aunt's no longer with us, but she used to make them every year. But it's something that my wife hasn't perfected. The one time she tried it, unfortunately came out more dry like a store bought.
Like,
So
those are tough to perfect.
they absolutely are. They're a tough
Yeah.
cookie to perfect. So
But I mean,
I
you know what? It's coming out of here with a 3.75 between the two of us. Hopefully, Justin will get a chance to give his input on that.
absolutely.
But cool, 3.75 overall. That's a bomb rating for our fourth beer of Christmas. And on that note, guys, beards and beers out.
Beers out.